We are situated. So what a day! What a crazy day! What a time to be in cryptocurrency! What a time to be trading this market right now! This is absolutely crazy. I can't get over it. And look, Solana has finally broken through and it's actually moving now. Oh, it's taken so long, you bastard. It's taken so long, and I'm so happy it's gone through because oh god, I was waiting forever. But now it's broken through, and I made a juicy trade on that on Apex Pro, which I'm using. I'll tell you a funny story in a minute about profits and stuff from another exchange, which is pretty cool actually, and it's working out very well. If you're trading and you're leverage trading, be careful. Be very, very careful. As you know, yesterday took that manipulation to a new level and liquidated all the longs and shorts in one sweep, up and down. It was radical. And if you were on anything like, super high leverage above, I would say, what was this gap? All right, so if you were on something like 15x or more, I think you might have been safe on 10x. I'm not too sure actually. Nah, yeah, you would have been wrecked on that as well. But yeah, either way, 10x, over 10x, you would have got wrecked rawly. And that's why it's safe to play 5x on these sorts of moves, because you don't know how drastic and how volatile these swings can be. Especially in times like this when we're in such a bullish uptrend. We don't know what's going to be done. We don't know how much they're going to manipulate, how much they're going to liquidate people to create such a swing of manipulation. It's just, they are in control. That's what you need to understand as well. This is crypto. It's freedom of your finances, but when it comes to trading, wow, you can get liquidated and manipulated out the market like taxes. Like, you have to do it. It's by law. It's a really poor analogy, but you can't control it. It will come after you eventually. That was a terrible analogy. I apologize. That was actually that was a bad example. Yeah, either way, if you weren't, the point I was going to get to, what I was going to say was, if you are not making money trading and you've been watching, I know very few people watch my videos, but if you've been watching my video from the start and you did it with me, say for example, Timothy started with me, right? And we started trading around the same sort of time and when I did my first video, right? If you are not making money, then there's something, you're doing something wrong. You're either shorting the market or you're going very high leverage. And that's what I mentioned in my video, a couple of videos back, that if you short the market, it's a very, very bad idea with how the situation is. And I may sound like a broken record on that one, but it's true. I think the evidence is historic. In the historic chart, this is all history, right? This is your analysis, your data, what you go from to decide where the market's going to potentially go next, given fundamentals, given your TA knowledge and experience, coupled with the fundamentals, with what's going on in the crypto world. But this is very apparent with what's going on. This is the Bitcoin daily chart. I think it's pretty obvious since October last year, mid-October, where this is kind of going. And yes, this was where the ETFs got approved. That was a crazy time. Absolutely insane. And then we went down. And then ever since, all the selling stopped from Grayscale. This has been the situation where we are just going up and up and up. And then after we reached 50,000, that's when we put on the brakes. And then we went, it was like 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? Where we went sideways for quite some time. And then, boom, way up. So, yeah, madness. So yeah, as you may know, I use Apex Pro is the way to go. I use Apex Pro. I took a nice trade on Solana when it broke through its key resistance level, right? So there was a lot of resistance holding Solana back at, it was between, let me go, what am I doing on the 5-minute chart? It's got an hourly chart. So there was a lot of resistance for quite a long time between the 113 and 117.5 mark. And once we broke through, I was already in a position which I got out. I was in a position, right? I was in a position, and I wanted just to get out of it because it was painful being in it so long. I'm an advocate of being patient, but the reason I got out of it is because I wanted to use some of those funds for other trades like Bitcoin and ETH, which I did. And I'm so glad I did this. This was a decision I really didn't want to make because of how long I was in this trade for. As you can probably imagine, you don't want to just jump out of it when you have been so patient and you're waiting for it to recover to then make a profit from it. I made a very, very small loss, but I made that back. That was a conscious decision. It wasn't because of the market. Well, technically it was, right? Because Solana wasn't going up. But it wasn't because I was liquidated or anything like that. I made a very, very small loss, something like 4 or 5% of that trade, which is absolutely fine. It's peanuts when it comes to your leverage that you were on, right? Which for me was 5x at the time. I then made it back by going into Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'm so glad I did. So yeah, I've done a couple of lots of trades in the space of 24 hours. Lots and lots of trades. It's quite hard to keep up with my own memory of what's going on with it. But I did a trade. I got out of that Solana one, right? I then jumped into Ethereum, which I'm so glad I did. I then jumped into, made profits from that. I then jumped into Bitcoin, made very nice profits from that. Whilst at the same time, if I didn't do that, my Solana trade would still be stuck and I'll still be waiting, right? So I made money back from that. And because me being me, and I said to myself, I was in a loss. It was so like, I didn't want to just lose money from being so patient. That's such a long time waiting for that to come out, right? That trade to close in a profit. Then I ended up coming out at like a 5% to 7% loss. So I thought to myself, do you know what? That's actually annoyed me. And this is something you should never do. And it's something I did. It's just one of those frustrating things that just, I'm only human, right? But I suggest you never do this. And do not ever do this, because this is the wrong thing to do. But I put my leverage from 5x to 7x. I know that's actually not that much more. And, it was still quite a conservative number. It's under 10x. It's very, very conservative in terms of the market right now. But I put a 7x on Solana once it broke through the resistance. That for me was enough confirmation for me to take the trade, because there was no resistance until the 130 to 137 mark. And then after 160 is the next key level. So I thought, you know what, sod it. I'll put a 7x on and I'll make that loss back, right? And I did. And I know I made the money back elsewhere from Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it was just that psychological thing of that trade being in Solana. I wanted my Solana revenge, right? It's a really strange sort of mentality. But that's what I did. And I did a 7x. And I closed at like just at 129. It was coming down. I thought, you know what? I've taken enough profit here. I've got my revenge, right? And I'm happy with it. So I took profits here, and I'm out of this trade right now. So that's that. That's that sort of little tale. Another tale is this. So this is MEXC. I did a video about how I wasn't going to be using MEXC anymore. I still technically don't use MEXC anymore, but they gave me for free. They gave me money. And I forgot I had like $5 on there already. And they gave me $7. I think it was actually less than $5. I had like $2, $2 or $3, something like that. Maximum $4. So, because I used to trade with them. And they gave me $7 for free. They were like, here's your bonus. Have some money to trade with. So, I added $7 to my balance of 3. So I had like $10, right? Or just under $10. And I thought, I don't use this exchange anymore. Let's have some fun. And not, 5x. Let's go a bit higher. So I did that. I used their free money. And this is where I am right now. These are my positions that I've got open right now. From $10, I gained about $700. I gained $600. I thought it was $700. I gained $600 and now I'm in profit again. This is the trades I have open right now. I got a 10x long on ETH and a 10x long on BTC. Currently these are the profits. But to work my way up from this, what I did was, it was quite fun actually. I thought, you know what, forget it. Let's just go hardcore degen on this. I went on a 50x with my like $8 to $10. Can't remember what I can't actually remember what I started with. Let's just say under $10. I did a 50x on ETH, and I rode that up to about $28. Right, so I got basically a 3x on that. So then I was like, oh, I just 3x'd this. So I just took it out. Right, it was quite quick because of how fast Ethereum was moving up at the time. This was about a week ago. So you can tell how fast I've grown this account. So that was about a week ago. That was like $28. I then did a 40x. I was like, forget it. I was like, oh, you know what? This is fun. Let's carry on. This is like the degen account. This is the degen account, and the other one is still, of course, degen because it's leverage trading. But this is more like my smarter one. But this, at the moment, I've got less in here because I've taken it out because I just moved it from a different wallet to another wallet for other crypto reasons. But I still have a larger amount than this. It's all good. The plan is still going to go ahead, kind of. It seems to be changing all the time because of the current state of the market. Yeah, where was I? And of course I can use this, some of these funds to go into the main trading, but this is just for fun, and it seems to be working well. Oh look, I got a heat signal, so it was over 50%. But yeah, this is doing very well. This is doing very nicely. And so yeah, I gained like $28. I ended at 40x, and then I got it to $100. And then, as you can see, the cycle continued with how bullish ETH has been. I have been lowering the leverage because I was like, okay, I'm over the $100 mark now. Let's take this a bit more seriously. So I did that, and I lowered it to 15 to 10x. Especially on BTC, it's reasonably okay to do 10x to 15x, given your sort of risk criteria and risk factors, right? Because unless you see something like this, an extreme volatile manipulative candle, ETH and BTC is not really going to move 10%, right? It's not really going to move 10% unless you're extremely unlucky like this, when it's been going up so much. And yesterday happened, but I mean, on a normal day, like the last few weeks when it's been going just up and to the right consistently, you're not going to see that. I mean, yesterday was one of those extreme examples where it's just so dangerous to be in high leverage. So be careful with that. Just another reminder. So yeah, that's that. I've also got my crypto plays, like I mentioned on here. I've taken out some more money to put into actual cryptos themselves, which I'm very, very bullish on. And also, congrats to anyone who is in meme coins like Pepe, Bonk, or Whiff, because those have gone to the absolute moon. And you know what? I'm a massive fan of Pepe and Bonk, as you can see probably on the screen the last few months that I've got my sort of images. The subscribe button has a Bonk, and there's a Pepe Goku there. Yeah, congrats. I wasn't in Whiff, but I've seen it do its thing. And Dogecoin as well has gone up massively. So it's meme coin season, it's altcoin season, it's Bitcoin season, it's Solana season, it's all the seasons right now, right? It's just, it's beautiful, it's absolutely beautiful. And look at this is the daily chart. Look how freaking insane that is. Daily Bitcoin, if we look at the weekly, that is the biggest. I even tweeted about this. I very rarely tweet. This is the biggest, I think, weekly candle we've ever seen. I can't be asked to measure it, but I'm pretty sure it is. That is a girthy candle. That's got some girth to it. Anyway, this is the weekly candle for Bitcoin. We are so close to the actual all-time high, which is, it's amazing. It's bloody beautiful because we've never seen this before in such a short space of time. Well, we have, of course, here. But what I was going to go on to was like the halving. We've never seen this in such a short space of time before a halving. Like, this is unheard of. And the ETFs, they're in a fight right now with each other. Wall Street is having a fight with each other. It's only going to get more brutal. This is war. This is war. This is the war on the Wolf of Wall Street. Like seriously, they are competing with each other now. I think BlackRock did its biggest day yesterday because they saw how much others were doing, and they were like, okay, we need to be the big dog. We need to crank it up a bit. Let's switch gears and just double our our inflows. We are seeing some crazy stuff, and I just saw on my Sky News app, a news app here in the UK, a news channel. They were talking about Bitcoin almost has reached its all-time high. And I was like, what? You're talking about Bitcoin? Wow, have we started this? Is this the, I know this is the bull run. This indicates the bull run right here, the last few weeks. But when you see it on a mainstream, the most generic, hyper mainstream news app ever, then you know we started the bull run officially. Like, this is official now. Not that that needs to be explained, but when you see it's just when you see it elsewhere in the outside world, call it. That's like the outside world. That's where I go to for my bad news of life. And then you see Bitcoin has reached its all-time high, and you're not seeing something like it's one of those things where when you see that, you're just like, oh wow, we've reached people now. People are now paying attention, and it's one of those FOMO signals as well. It's a beautiful FOMO signal for everyone like us that's already in this, and we've got our positions in certain cryptos, and we know that it's going to moon now. Where when people see that article, like the everyday newbie, so and so down the street sees that, and they're like, oh, I remember Bitcoin, and then they see that BlackRock's bought like a shitload of it. Like, when they eventually look deeper into it, you know, it has like a sort of a snowball effect of they want to understand more, therefore they research more, and they see the latest stuff. And of course the ETFs are the latest stuff to research about. That's going to be the headlines. When you search Bitcoin, let's have a look actually. Right. Let's see. I bet ETFs are here. Here we go. ETF. The top articles. Here it is. Sky News. This is it. This is on my phone now. Bitcoin hit 60,000. All-time high nears. Oh god, what's this? Oh, Tesco's. Oh my god, I come to read an article and I'm bombarded with this horrific ad. I mean, oh jeez. How awful. How awful does this look? This looks terrible. Anyway. And then it just counteracts the dark mode here. Anyway, we'll move on. Just like Sky News. This is just... It's so ugly. It's so busy. Just no. Go away. The everyday normie. It's a Tesco ad. That's how you know. Tesco's like your Costco over in Yanktown. So, yeah, there we go. Financial Times. But the main thing for me was Sky News. Sky News, that's like hyper generic. like that's how you know you've reached people. So that is kind of all I wanted to just go over today. It's a bit of a lengthy, long one. I don't do many videos anymore, but when I do them, I guess. But yeah, I hope you guys have made some good profits on your trades. You are, applying good strategies and applying good logic, and you are sticking to it. That's one of the best things you can do, is stick to a plan. It's gone for everyone involved in trading over the last, I would say, 4 days. It's gone a bit off the rails, and because of how parabolic it is gone. And I am sure that probably about 70% of traders have extended their profit targets to just continue, just because you're just making money, because the market is just making you money because it's going up. So I'm sure that's happened. That's happened to me over the last 3-4 days, clearly. I made a big decision to take a slight loss of my very long and extended trade of Solana. I jumped out of that and went into Ethereum and Bitcoin, and it paid off. And then I got my revenge, like I said, with a 7x. Let's drop this down to 5x now. Gone back down to 5x on this one. This one now, Solana, it's almost in price discovery because it's broken through the resistance, but there are more key levels coming. There's always key level resistance levels coming up. 137 is a big one, and then 160. So those are the two sort of major ones. Right now we're just consolidating here because it's just reaching, we're in price discovery, kind of. And of course 130 is another resistance as well. But 130, 137 and 160 are the ones. So yeah, take that for what you will. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. This has just been a crazy last few days, and yeah, just enjoy it. Like I'm freaking fucking enjoying this like no other, because making some gains on this, and that's why we're here. We're here to make profits, and that's the main thing as well. Another takeaway point on this is when you make a trade, it can either go 50% of the time it goes your way. Remember that? 50% of the time a trade goes your way, because it goes up or down, right? Depending on which way you go. So 50% of the time your trade will be successful, unless it's situations like this where you kind of know it's going up. It's just so many fundamentals, that is why it's going up. But another takeaway is, remember, this is just profit taking. You are not holding cryptos. You are not holding Solana or Bitcoin and watching the price go up. You are seeing your profits go up, right? You are seeing your profits go up. Therefore, it's best to take them. Therefore, you've locked them in, and therefore you've taken them, and they're in your account. Because remember, this is not holding cryptos. And I know it can be fun to keep watching it. Right now, I'm letting it ride a little bit longer because I know we're at that level now where Ethereum wants to break through a bit more, and Bitcoin is going to do something again today. That's why I'm leaving these open, because there's going to be more buying, probably. But I'm in profit now, and if it goes down a bit more, then I will of course take profit. But don't let yourself be trapped in the sense of, oh, it's gone up, I'll keep letting it go up, to then never take profit, because you are not holding these cryptos. That's it's a massive lesson. You're not holding them. You are here when you're leverage trading to take profits. That's the aim of the game. It's to increase your USDT balance, you could say. It's just to make money. It's just to increase the numbers. Okay? So don't hold it like it's a Bitcoin and you're holding Ethereum and you're holding Solana. It's not what it is in that sense. It's not in your wallet. It's not realized gains. It's well, they're all, of course, all unrealized gains until you sell. But to take profit is the most important thing I'm trying to say here when you're doing leverage trading. All right, that's it. I am done. Leave a like if you like. Leave a dislike if you really dislike. And subscribe to my channel. I've got 1 million subs and I'm looking to grow a bit more. Good luck on your trades, because this is fun. This is so fun, and you get such a euphoric feeling when it's going your way, and if it doesn't, ooh, Solana, my bane. I got out of you, but I'm still super bullish on you. Don't worry, I love you. Yeah, good luck and play it safe. Keep it simple, take profits, and remember, you only win 50% of the time, because it goes up or down. Thank you for watching this wonderful video. Doodle pip. Cheerio.